Hi, I'm Valeria, and I'm a painter and a multimedia artist. I work in different media like ceramics, oil painting, mixed media, pastels, and primarily I always return to watercolor as my main field of experimenting. I grew up in like a Russian forest, so we would always go berry picking, like wild strawberries and blueberries and mushrooms. It was interesting to learn from my grandparents and my parents. And then I like that people would be kind of really respectful to the forest and ask, please show me the berries. Please kindly show us some good mushrooms. Like, I think it was sweet that people did say that. They will eat this food that they find. They were aware that the forest is really like alive and aware as well of us. There's this dialogue in a way that you enter a forest or a field and you can ask to show you beautiful flowers, or you can ask the forest for help to guide you home. I think that's really sweet and yeah, acknowledges the plant life. I've lived in different countries and I find that my way of grounding is to go into nature and understand layers of living flora and fauna, kind of forms of life. I really like to observe the landscape where I am living and look at local native plants and also stories and folklore around them. Since childhood, like, I really enjoyed observing color, like of rowan bushes in the winter, like they're so red against the blue sky or white snow, and in autumn, certain mushrooms liking certain environment around like moss or particular trees like birches. Seeing plant relationships is really interesting. I'm always looking around, trying to be aware of plants around me, and I always take photos. Like I have maybe almost 200,000 photos on my phone of mostly plants and like and clouds and like trees. But I always like to look at shapes and later sketch them, or if I'm on the go somewhere or have my sketchbook and sketch them right away. Like if I'm inspired by a shape or form or like a color, I like to capture it because I feel like I'm given that inspiration and I don't want it to slip away. Then later it really builds up to bigger work. I want to share that beauty with others. I think it's very life affirming to share that, how healing that beauty is, because the plants, they have that language that is, yeah, beauty is a big part of it. I think that we resonate with, and it helps us connect with seasons and with places that we call home. So I'm very grateful that I can translate a feeling of beauty or a feeling of connection with a certain plant or place through painting. I think I would like to, yeah, just share that inspiration and love for nature through my art.